Hi everybody. So today I'll be going through my entire training about how you can actually make an extra $10,000 to $30,000 per month with a profitable lifestyle business, right? So this for any current or future lifestyle entrepreneurs, right? Who are coaches, consultants, creators, or service providers, right? And I'll share you my entire training, entire guide, right? And you get all of this for free, right? If you want to download the guide, you can put it in the link. You can download the link in the description below. Okay, so with not, let's get started. So this entire training, right, is how do you actually unlock the path towards a profit lifestyle business. The 3 essential steps, right, to take to advance from $0 to $30,000 per month, so they can embrace the freedom and enjoy what truly matters. So, and quick one is, if you'd like me to personally set up everything together with you, right, and you only pay when you get results, right, you can book a complimentary coaching call with us by clicking over here in the link in the guide. So, a couple of case studies first before we get started. So, investment coaching business, right, from $50,000 per year to more than $100,000 in just one weekend, right? We had someone who did a digital services side hustle from $0 to more than $100,000 in just less than 1 year, right? We had a student, right, 19-year-old student who started from $0 to making more than 5 figures with his digital marketing agency, right? We had a full-time employee became a top affiliate, right, for a crypto education company in less than 6 months, right? Became a top affiliate and even getting sponsored trips, right, to Bali and whatnot. We had another employee who not only used our strategy to quit the job, but now generating more than $950,000, right, for the coaching company she was from, right? And these are just some of a handful of case studies of the strategies and the frameworks that many of my clients use to get some of the results that they wanted, right? 6-figure weekends multiple times, right? 5-figure recurring income, 4-figure US due, right, in just a week alone, right? As I started writing, Lubin crossing more than 5 figures in revenue, right? People being featured on national TV generating 5 figures, right? So on and so forth. Everyone, you can look at the guide, you can check out all proof and case studies there as well. So one thing we realize is we are pretty proud about not just the money, right, but the fact that many of the people that work with us are way happier because now they have way more freedom, time, energy to do what they want. And this guide will show you how you can do it. I'll share with you everything, right? Some of the best strategies that I've learned about building a multiple 6-figure lifestyle business, generating more than $4 million as a digital marketer, right? Becoming number 1 affiliate for Tony Robbins, generating more than $300,000, right, for other product services that's not my own. Working with hundreds of startup founders and facilitating more than $10 million worth of funding and investing more than $150,000 of my own money, my best lesson strategies on my masterminds, workshops, and all. So I want to take everything I've learned and experienced and the exact steps I took to build a multiple 6-figure lifestyle business so that you can do it on your own too. And trust me when I say these are really the exact strategies and steps. I'll share with a lot of content templates, guides, samples, case studies, right, of my own. They're only used to review to my private clients, but now I'm giving all to you over here. So this guide, right, to make sure that you makes you the best of your time. This guide is perfect only if, right, you already have, right, a business side hustle or you're serious about starting one. You do want to make more money so you have more time, energy, freedom to do what you really want in life. You're not here up to hustle to make $1 billion, right? This guide won't help you get there, right? It's about extra $10,000 to $30,000 at least, right, and have more freedom, time, energy in your life. You want to help others. That means if you are here, you just make money for yourself, but not really help others. You want to be sleazy. You want to do work that doesn't really help add value people, right? This is not for you, right? And if you are feeling stuck or don't have any clarity of direction, right, this is also for you. This is not for you if you have never attended a course, workshop, or course or business before, all right? Or you just want to sit behind a computer and make money by not talking to a single person, right? So this is not for you, right? So usually what we do is there's a little conversations going on there, right? So if you just want someone just want to click some buttons, right, go and join a trading program, econ program, right? This training will not be for you. And now you just got started. I'm gonna say something that might surprise you, right? Which is achieving a $10,000 to $30,000 per month lifestyle business today is not complicated, right? And the thing is, it's not complicated, it's simple, right? But it's not easy because a lot of us tend to overcomplicate it or get overwhelmed with too much information, right? But based on my experience of the past 4 years of training more than 500 people and coaching more than 70 clients, right, it all boils down to 3 things. Number 1, right, getting clear of a lifestyle offer. Number 2, building your automatic buyer's machine, right, with your magnetic content system. I'll show more of that later. And number 3, designing your 6-figure workday. So these are the 3 exact things I did for myself and my clients, and I'll show you exactly how you can do the same here too. So why do I love the lifestyle business model, right? So if you're reading this, you have probably read many videos, posts, content about building your multiple $1 million business. You see many people that have rich Lambos, amazing mansions, right, as it was nothing. But this guide will not show you how to achieve that. This is because, hey, I'm not going to share with you something that I have not achieved, and I might not want to buy a rich Lamborghini, right? Being in Singapore, I think it's a waste of money. I'd rather travel and just enjoy my life with my family, friends, and loved ones, right? But instead, my purpose for building a business is to support my ideal lifestyle, which does not require me to really make millions of dollars. So if you want to do, right, great, this guide might help you out, but you might want to find some other people to support you, right? But if you're just going to make an extra $10,000-$30,000 a month, all right, extra income, this will be for you. So I'll share with you exactly how I was able to achieve all the goals I've written below in less than 1 year of writing them down. Alright, so this is an exercise I did back in 2019, right, where I wrote all of this, right, in about May, right, about late April, and less than 1 year, right, I was able to achieve all of this, right, and more. And I'll show you how I did it. Or how I'm well on my way to achieving every single item on my vision board, right? So I have a plan to make about $50,000 per month, right? By in the next couple of years. And I've achieved the annual income portion already, but I'm aiming to generate at least 1 million net cash and $50,000 per month, right? So I'm well on my way to hitting there as well. So this is because if you're here to make millions and live like top 1%, no matter what other growth influencers tell you, right? Yes, right? You got to sacrifice some level of relationships, health, and well-being. You probably have to manage hundreds, right, or team members, customers, and clients combined, and you're working to sell a company and get public listed. So again, this is not what I do. I'm doing for a lifestyle business, right? And what I've realized is, might go down the road, right? But I realized that, you want to change the world, right? You got to put in the work, right? And right now, yes, I do want to help change people's lives, right? But I'm not someone who wants to change the entire world, right? Because it takes a long time, and most people eventually quit and give up because they're not prepared to put in the work. And I'm not. I'm here to enjoy my life right now. And so please know there's nothing wrong with choosing the path above. It just isn't for me, and I see so many people giving up because they don't know what they sign up for. Instead, I want to build a business that allows me to grow my income while being happy and healthy, enjoy my life while being able to take care of people around me, and increase my wealth while being able to spend quality time with my family and loved ones. So in short, I want to enjoy my entire journey along the way. And from someone who used to treat overseas holidays as an occasional luxury, right, when I was just a 9-to-5 employee, right, I can now make money while traveling around the world. Okay, so it's just a couple of countries I went to, right, a ton of video, USA, right, I went to a cruise right after my wedding, right, my May 2023 was the month I got married, and it was the highest revenue month I ever got at my business at that point of time, right. I surpassed it by about 1.5 times, right, in December 2023, right. Japan, right, Chiang Mai, Malaysia, right, Korea, right, so on and so forth, and also went Bangkok. So I went for a quick travel sprint, right, and realized, I could still grow my business, my income while traveling around the world as well. And in fact, in December 2023, I made more money in 1 month than I used to make my 9-to-5 job in an entire year, right, all while enjoying my journey and doing my love. So I'm not saying all of this to impress you, and some of you might be skeptical, no worries, right? But a lot of my friends know I'm a pretty private guy, right? But simply to hopefully inspire and share with you that whatever I'm doing, right, whatever I've shared, right, will work for me, and it can work for you too. And of course, you still take action, right? So this is not just you just watch the video and ultimately get results. No, you still take action, but chances are you're probably going to achieve your goals faster than you imagine. But all start believing by first you can do it, right? So a quick actionable tip is, number one, decide what is your version of your dream life. Determine how long you want to take to get there and how much money you need, right, to achieve it. And number two, right, strong beliefs are built by stacking up many good reasons. So you can ask yourself, why is that important to you, right? So write down 10 reasons to explain why you have what it takes to succeed, right, and achieve the above as well. Okay, so with that, let's move on. And so the next question is, why does making $10,000 to $30,000 seem unachievable to many people today? Right, and I love this quote by Henry Ford, which is, whatever you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. But I get it, right? With the rise of social media, AI, standing out has become a bit more challenging due to massive information overload. People are also getting more skeptical, and there's more competition than before. So it's hard to blame the people who find it a bit tough right now, right, to grow a successful lifestyle business. And this was because many traditional business gurus, I realized, they teach strategies that might work for them in the past, right, or what's working for them right now, without knowing that what can work for established gurus and companies might not work for people who might be starting out or still looking to grow as well. So it's very generic or cookie cutter strategies that might or might not work, right? And as a result, this is what happens. Many people who learn from these gurus take lots of action at first. They don't see a lot of results and keep trying, but they continue to fail and then become demoralized and frustrated. And some even invest even to more money into courses and training, but realize that the strategy they learn needs to be aligned with what they want to do. So what do I mean, right? Is that they keep trying for new strategies, and it's not that they don't work, right? It's just that it might not be aligned to maybe your preferences, your lifestyle, situation, right? And this means even more wasted time, money, effort, because you keep trying and trying and trying, right? People around there start questioning, right? Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your money? Why are you getting scammed? Right? You're crazy, right? And people start questioning you, right? Why don't you just be a stable 195 job, right? Don't try too hard, right? And many of them start feeling embarrassed, guilty, demoralized, and many in the end decide to quit and return to how things work. Shucks. So So even the problems above, thousands of people have shown it's still possible, right, to build multiple six-figure lifestyle businesses. So I hope, right, this is like you, right, that you know that it's possible, but you don't make the mistakes above, right? You don't have to hustle and grind all the time, and you don't have to keep wondering what's the best move forward, and you don't have to experience stress and self-doubt as you are growing your business and income. All you need to do, right, is to learn how to play the game. I summarize all of the above with a new way to see things, right? So the old way is here. Management ideas, right? 40 to 50 hours per week, right? Versus having just one clear idea and 10 to 15 hours per week. Hustling and grinding, trading more time for more income, right? Praying for more sales and customers, something you don't like. Versus right? Having a plug and play proven sales systems, making at least $10,000 per month minimum consistently, and freedom and flexibility, right? As well. Inconsistent cash flow for the no way, right? And which is stressful, overwhelming, unfulfilled, and having to sacrifice precious time, money, energy. The new way, right? You actually run a business you actually find enjoy and you find meaning in, and it's fulfilling and energizing, right? You'll still be able to spend quality time with your family and friends. So unfortunately, most lifestyle entrepreneurs don't have the right system to follow, since most people don't talk much about this. So one thing is, right, I'm confident to say I'm one of the few people specializing in solving this problem, right? Because that's exactly what I've done for myself. And so, what's the right system and how to use it to make more money with less time, stress, and effort? So here are the steps. Number one, you build a lifestyle business offer that easily converts buys and clients without experiencing countless objections or relying on high pressure sales techniques. We'll talk about that later. Number two, you start attracting followers and leads with super simple quality posts using a magnetic content system and generate consistent cash flow, right, with a plug and play sales system using the automatic buyer's machine. And number three, you achieve true freedom fulfillment by installing business operation and high performance systems by installing what I call your six-figure Workday. And this everything will cover in this whole guide. So by the way, right, so my name is Mark Teo, right, and this is a picture of me and my mom, right, a couple of years ago with the two most important people in my life, right, my world, right, and here are some few things about me that are important for you to know. I graduated a business degree, right, in NTU, right, Nanyang Technological University. My first job was a community manager, right, for one of the national startup ecosystem in Singapore called ACE. During this period, I started conducting investment productivity workshops just for the fun of it, right? But it led to making some decent side income for myself. My second job was becoming the number one employee for one of the largest angel investment communities in Southeast Asia. Right, I left to become a digital marketer for an education company and continue to develop my coaching, my training, my speaking skills over there. Right, I also started interviewing some of Asia's top speakers, entrepreneurs, and leaders in my YouTube show. Right, you can check it out if you need to. And I became Asia's number one affiliate of Tony Robbins Asia starting company from scratch. And I use all of the above lessons, experiences, mistakes, right, journey, right, to build my own six-figure lifestyle business, right, and help many other clients do the same. And so the total sales I'm finding I probably generated, right, is anywhere from the multiple 7-8 figure range. Again, it's not just for me, right, but I was privileged to have the honor or the opportunity to support a lot of these companies to make more than 7-8 figures, right, combined. You can check me out on social media if you want to. And with that, right, we're gonna get started. So, step number one, crafting your lifestyle business offer. So the most crucial step is to make an extra $10,000 to $30,000 a month is having something they're willing to pay for you, right, to pay you in the first place. So some of you might probably learned this before, right, when it comes to creating an irresistible offer, right, and whatnot. But the fastest way to think about this is just to offer something that is almost foolish, right, or almost impossible for your potential buyers, your right people to say no to you. And this is what we call an irresistible offer. And this is the most important skill set, in my opinion, right? The single most important skill set. They help me to generate thousands of dollars, even when I'm starting company from scratch, and eventually multiple six figures for my business and my life. So no matter how hard you work, right? No matter how many courses you go for, things you try, if you do not know how to craft a great offer that people will pay you for happily, you have a very low likelihood of making income that you want, right? So all the sales marketing strategies, right, will not work if you don't have something that people are even willing to pay in the first place. And remember, a great offer for poor sales and marketing strategy can still work very well. Right? For example, if right now, right, I went to the streets and I say, hey, and assuming that's true, if all you do is just to pay me $100 for a 7-day, 6-night trip to USA, right, all expenses paid, including the flights, the lodging, the food, how hard is it for me to just get someone to pay me $100? Or if I offer you a Ferrari for $1,000, and assuming you know it's true, right, it's not a scam, right, it's true, would you find a way to get those $1,000? Alright, and so for both scenarios above, even if you did not have the money right now, wouldn't you find a way, right, to get the money to pay for it? And so this is precisely what we mean by having a great offer, making sure the value is worth way more than what you charge for it. And so you're probably reading right now, right? Reading this right now or watching this because I presented you with a great offer, right? Providing you something that others pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for to learn, right? Completely for free. And I know this is free, right, for you, but you're putting your time, right, your effort, your attention, right? And that is also some form of payment as well. And so how do you do this? Number one, you need an offer that number one has a clear and desirable outcome for buyers. Number two, can help buyers achieve all of the above with less uncertainty, time, stress, or effort. That means making the journey easier or making it more confident they can achieve the results. And number three, you're going to drastically reduce the risk of the buyer. So even if they fail, they'll be like, yeah, right, that's fine with me. All right. And so this is a live example of my own lifestyle offer. So this is my community that I'm inviting people to join, right? As you did on the video, maybe you're watching this, I might have closed this already, right? Who knows? But, right, basically, the program, and you can check out for more details in the guide, right, is meant to be almost foolish for anybody who wants to build a $10,000 to $30,000 per month lifestyle business to say no to me, right? Because they can see the value. So number one, right, we're going to build the 3 pillars for you to build your $10,000 to $30,000 per month lifestyle business in the next 6 to 12 months. Number two, you'll receive unlimited personal support from me. You can ask me questions every single day. You have the templates, scripts, playbooks, right? They've taken me more than 5 years of paying more than $150,000 of my own money accumulate. And you get all of this, right, in just a very small fraction of the investment. We have a community where you can hang out and interact with other amazing like-minded people. I will have a partner that built a 6-figure lifestyle business and worked with even Tony Robbins' team for more than 4 years to coach clients on personal transformation and mindset. So you get all of that completely for free. We also have countless success stories to back our claims, right? Which people can verify independently, and clients can not only leave anytime they want, they're not bonded at all. If they do not double their investment after 12 months of joining, we refund them the difference or we coach them to get there. This means that you can't lose money, right, from joint program, and for any reason you need to leave, you're not bonded, you don't have to pay any penalties like many other programs out there. And so, if you think about it, right, you can look at the details, look at the doc for more details. Wouldn't it be almost foolish for a lifestyle entrepreneur who is serious about making more money and having more freedom in life to say no to us, right? So that's the kind of example, and we've gotten many clients, right, with this offer, right, and these people have achieved amazing results with us. And so, here's the breakdown of the offer, right? Number one, you have a clear and desirable outcome. You can help buyers achieve the above with less uncertainty, time, stress, and effort. That means you help them out. You shortcut the time, the effort, the stress they might typically need. They do it by themselves. And you drastically reduce the risk of the buyer. And again, right, just another example, my youngest client, 19 years old, started a marketing agency and starting from scratch, right? And so because no one knew him at the point of time, his offer was, number one, right, $300 for the entire setup, right, where in the industry was $3,000, right, and more. And $150 per book appointment. That means he only gets paid when he gets appointment rather than other agencies that charge $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 per month, whether they get results or not. And even crazier, he'll refund you the entire setup fee of just $300 if you do not get any appointments after working with him. Freaking ridiculous, right? For people to say no. And so less than 1 year later, not only has he generated multiple 5 figures, he has also more than 10x his prices by now. And however, know that he could not have done it before creating multiple success stories first. Because why? He started with an irresistible offer. Okay? Hope you're getting some value so far. However, so this is something that most gurus might not tend to tell you, right? Which is, it's equally important to offer something that aligns with your likes and preferences. Why is that? So this is because if you offer something that people are happy to pay you for, but if you feel miserable and sad doing it, right, chances are you don't do a very good job. So a lot of people, they make a lot of money, but they self-sabotage, they feel overwhelmed, they burn out, they quit, they give up, because they don't even enjoy what they're doing in the first place. So this could mean, right, and this even means that you could provide a lower quality service, you have a poor reputation, word of mouth, and harm your business even further. So even if you provided a good service and people want to buy from you, you'll feel unhappy and dissatisfied, which I think goes against the entire point of having a lifestyle business. And so, as many of us build a lifestyle business to grow our income or enjoy our journey, enjoy our lives, isn't it counterintuitive, right, to do something we don't like? And so, these are the 4 questions I asked, right, even before I create an excellent offer. Number 1, can I see myself doing this for a long time? Number 2, do I have more or less energy after providing this service? Number 3, is the service I'm providing leveraging on my strengths in the first place? Right? Is it even my strengths to execute on all of this? And number 4, can I see myself happily doing this even if I was on a holiday? Right? And if you are unsure or you are the answer to any of these questions is no, you might want to tweak your offer even further. So for example, I had a client who started a training education company. After he crafted the offer, he made more than 5 figures in 1 weekend. right? After a few weeks, right, realized that it's not what he enjoyed doing, right? This was when we came together and realized that he was more aligned with serving high-ticket clients and actively working on their portfolios instead of educating them. So today, not only is actively growing his business income, enjoys himself, and way more aligned before. And now that it's done, right, we move on to doing this. To ensure that your offer is something people want to pay you for. You first do this by getting as many clients for a product and service as possible. So while there are many different ways to do so, the simplest way you can do is to ask people you already know, right? Your contacts or your social media followers. So most people waste time trying to find new people when they can tap in onto what they already have. So you can do this in two ways, by the way, to ensure your offer is something people want to pay you for. Number one, you can post on social media. You can just write a post, right? Do a video, right? Inviting people to work with you. I like to call this an announcement or declaration post, right? Which says, what am I doing this, and invite people who are interested to chat with you. So you can take a look, you can click on the link, right? For my announcement post when I did it, when I first launched my business. And these are some of the results that you can expect to have, right? When you do this well. And while we have many more different strategies to get sales and customers, this is one of the easiest ways to get people to say yes to you through your content when you are starting up. Number two, personal conversations, right? So this is one of my favorite methods, right? Which is to DM your contacts about what you are doing, which usually leads to faster and more positive responses. So you're actually DMing and messaging people that you already know, right? And so after you send this to enough people, chances are you'll get a few folks who express interest. And what you can do is when you message them, right, you can ask them why they're interested in working with you, decide if you can actually help them, and if you feel that they're the right fit, hey, you can present your offer. And remember to mention a risk guarantee, because if you're starting out and you don't have a lot of credibility, right, people might be a bit skeptical or might be a bit afraid of signing up. So you might offer some of risk guarantee, which could be, for example, hey, if I don't double investment, I'll pay back the money after 90 days, right? Or 100% satisfaction guarantee. After 7 days, you feel that I don't add value, I'll give back money. So always find out how you can reduce their guarantee, their risk, so that they're more likely to sign up with you, right? If they say yes, great, go for it. If they say no, right, ask why, right? Why do you not want to purchase, even though you might be the right person? And that feedback of valuable information of data can improve your offer even further. So for example, right, many years ago, I did a survey, right? And I realized instead of just, I thought the way for me to get clients results was to give productivity, right, business, right, advice, so on and so forth. But I realized that a lot of them actually struggled with one thing, which is clarity. And so when I included my offer, a lot of my clients, sales, customers started signing up, because why? I provided something, right, that people wanted that I was not providing in the past. Okay, so again, right, sometimes people say, no, you can't address that concern on the spot. Maybe you can offer it as a bonus, or say that you will help them to overcome it, and it could eventually lead to yes. So for example, hey, I understand you're really busy for the next few months, right? However, are you able to find 50 minutes a week, 1 hour a week? If you can, I think we can still work off. I think we can still do that. Okay, good. So what I do is, right, even though I know you'll be very busy, if you can find at least 1 hour a week, I think we can still get results. We want to sign on. If after 30 days, you can't, no worries, we can always, right, exit the program, I can give you a full refund. So there are different ways to getting your first 3 to 5 clients, and once you get your 3 to 5 beta clients, you know that you have a pretty good offer already. So quick question, what happens if you do not have a business idea yet? So number one, you can watch out my training video if you want to, right? You can click it over here, or you can do what I call affiliate marketing instead. So affiliate marketing just means instead of promoting your own product or service, you do it for someone else. So it also means you don't have to concern yourself as much with delivery, but instead focus primarily on sales and marketing only, right? So this is also exactly what I did when I started out, because if not for affiliate marketing, I would have never been able to make more than $50,000 in 2 weeks, right? And personally invited to meet Tony Robbins in Las Vegas back in 2019, right? And so if you want to learn more, you can also check out my video over here as well. So for example, one of the clients I coach, right, which has generated more than 8,000 plus affiliates and counting for multiple investment education-based companies as well, right? And so with that, right, you now have no excuse not to create an offer that makes you money anymore. And so let's move on to step number 2, right, which is, we're going to do 2A first, which is launching your magnetic content system. So at the end of the day, right, how do you get people to buy from you, right? And this question, a lot of people try to answer in very overcomplicated manners by trying 100 different ways to do it. However, remember, right, as lifestyle entrepreneurs, we are aimed to grow our businesses in a way that's as effective and as simple as possible. So what you do, right, is you just have to understand for anyone to buy from you, you just need 4 essential ingredients, right, to happen. So number 1, you need to have credibility, right? Credibility, right, means that people actually trust you, right, in terms of maybe sharing your proof of your case studies, the awards you might have achieved, right, maybe some milestones, right, that you have done, the results, the accomplishments you have created, maybe who you learn from in terms of branding by association, right, companies you work with, right, so on and so forth. So people be like, hey, right, yeah, I think based on what you've done previously and some of the results, right, hey, I think you're someone worth listening to. Number two, right, is expertise, right? So expertise, right, is you don't just show off, right? You don't just show what the wonderful things you've done, but you actually give actual value, maybe insights, tips, strategies, opinions, right? Perspectives, strategies that people can actually use and add value. For example, like what I'm doing this entire guide as well, right? Number three is connection, right? So that means people need to like you, right? Or at least feel that they relate with you, right? So don't just talk about your business or talk about your strategy all the time. You can also talk about different areas of your life, right? So maybe your family, right? Your friends, right? Your connections, right? Your values, your personalities, right? So they're just examples that you can use. And number four, right, which is your offer. That means you need to actually have a great offer for people to buy from you, right? As we talked about earlier also. So the easiest way to do this, right, just comes in three main steps, right? And starts with C. So number one, having a great content. We'll talk about magnetic content system in a bit. Number two, conversion, right? So converting, right, your followers or your leads, right, to buyers, right? And then confirmation, right, to get them to stay on and to be customers and clients for a long time. So each step brings you closer to generating a client who can pay you over and over and over again, right? And again, for a lifestyle business where we have consistent cash flow, you don't want to get new customers every single month, but have all your old customers leaving, right? You want to find a way for people to pay you over and over again. So with that, let's start with content. And so, while you can create many different types of content, here are my top 3 favorite types of posts that have been proven to achieve 80% of results for my clients and myself, right? After more than 5 years, right, writing more than 750 pieces, right, of content since. And these are the 3 types of posts. So number one is what we call leverage posts. So this simply means that you borrow the established credibility and branding of others when you create your content, right? Because when you're starting out, people might not really care too much, right? Or care too much about your post. But it works because since people are really genuinely interested in some of these people or brands, it's easier for you to gain way more eyeballs and views for your post. So the important thing here is to relate whatever you are sharing to something you have done or accomplished previously. So for example, right, my post on Taylor Swift generated more than 11,000 likes and 650 comments, right, more than 290 shares, right, and I also talk about how, while I might not really like Taylor Swift's music, right, I actually respect her for hustle, right, and her hard work, smart work, right, that I really respect, right, because I'm an entrepreneur myself. Right, so you can check this out. Like, click over here if you need to. Here's another post I did on this guy called JP Morgan. Right, so I share about what the 2 lessons, right, that JP Morgan paid $25,000 to learn, right. That did pretty well, right, in terms of the engagements and outreach also, right, and related to my own business and life also, right. So I also rapidly grew my following starting from scratch because I leveraged, right, many established multiple 6 to 8 figure entrepreneurs and leaders in the space by interviewing them, right. So you can check all of these people over here, right. I interviewed them, right, and that got me to attract a lot more views, engagements, right. That got me a lot more client sales, right, down the road. So you can check out my interviews in my YouTube show just by clicking in the link here. Next thing, trending posts, right? So trending posts are basically, right, writing or creating content based on the hottest and current highest level of news at a point of time, right, or news or social media, right? So you tap on something that people are really interested in at a point of time, right, like a journalist, right, and discussing, right, about your thoughts, your opinions, right, can attract far more views and engagements than most posts. So the important thing here is to share your unique perspective and opinions instead of repeating what everybody else is saying, right? So you can talk about one of my most creative posts a few years ago was when I talked about how I was actually a proud investor, right, of 2 positions, right, that dropped more than 70 to 99%, right? Luna, Garina, and then eventually FTX, right? So I shared about, hey, I'm actually proud, right? Because I'm actually grateful I made those mistakes now than if I made the mistakes 30, 40, 50 years later, when I probably have more commitments, right? More money lost, right? And I had less to, I couldn't afford to lose as much money. So I'm actually grateful that I made the mistake now when I was younger than in the future. Right. Another thing, right, is I also share a post about AI when people are very excited, right, very hot about it. I just share people, hey, right, just be mindful of it, right? Don't let it replace every area of your life, right? Just be very grounded over how you can use AI for your own business and life, and that got a lot of views and engagements as well. So the next type of post is attractive transformation post, right? And this is my favorite type of post because it allows you to build all of these 3 essential ingredients: credibility, connection, and expertise, while promoting your offer without showing off or being too salesy about it. So to do this well, you just need to share 3 key elements, right? Number 1, right, the results you have achieved that your target customers aspire towards. Number 2, what you were struggling with before accomplishing above. And number 3, how you achieved it. So instead of just showing off your results, your progress, right, you actually share your lessons, your insights, your perspectives, right, and hopefully it also inspires people at the same time. And this will make it a lot more likely for people to buy from you. And this is why I love attractive transformation posts, right? It also doesn't have your own transformation all the time, right? Sharing the stories of people you have helped, such as your clients, friends, family members, customers, can also work very well also. So this was one post. You can click here, by the way, on the image, you open the link, right, where I help an average Singaporean employee to about more than 4x income, right, in less than 1 year without selling her soap, right? Another thing is, your transformation does not have to just mean specific accomplishments or results. There's also going to be a change of personality, values, mission, purpose in life, mini milestones, so on and so forth. Okay, so this one where I was able to sell for the very first time in my life. It wasn't a lot of money, like 5-6 figures, no, right? It was about 4 figures, but it was the first time I actually could sell something without having to be live, to present, to pitch, to promote, right? But all through just writing emails and posts, right? And a point of time for me, it was a very big accomplishment. So I talk about it. And so by consistently doing the above, you will increase the likelihood of people trusting and being willing to buy from you, right? And again, if you want to go even deeper, here's a detailed walkthrough of how I made more than $25,000 with one Facebook post. So you can check this out. You can click here for more training as well. And so the next step after content, right, is conversions. And then we'll proceed to what we mean the building your automatic buyer's machine. So the next step is to design a series of steps to help your potential customers trust you even further before they buy from you, right? And I'll explain to you what this means. So example is by using this ebook, right? By writing this, by creating this ebook and this training, I will demonstrate that I have what it takes to help you grow your lifestyle business. And in the future, if you're looking for some form of help to accelerate your financial and business growth, hey, you would think of me, right? And potentially work with me, right? Because I've already shown you have the experience, expertise to do so because of this training or because of this book. So you do this by using different ways to demonstrate what you already do. So the first way to do this is by creating assets. You just have to create them once and reap the benefits for a very long time. So example of assets can include ebooks, videos, courses, checklists, so on and so forth. So for example, again, you can click all of this to get the example page, right? So I have a guide to how to manage overwhelm, right, that I've created for people, and another thing called my 5P blueprint guide, right, about how to get people to achieve their results even faster, right? And videos like this, what you're watching right now, is great because you can demonstrate expertise at a massive scale without being present as well. So for example, this YouTube video, how I made more than $400,000 with my consulting business, and how I went from zero to more than $15,000 per month, right, when I was starting completely from scratch. Okay, so number one, right, which is creating assets, right, videos, PDF books, right, guides, so on and so forth. The second way to do this is by organizing live events, right? So whether people call them workshops, webinars, sharing sessions, whatever, right? Live events are one of the most effective way to generate clients and customers because they allow you to demonstrate your value for a extended period of time, and people are more willing to buy, right, on the very spot of the event. That goes with the energy that's around. For example, besides being number one affiliate for Tony Robbins in 2019, my highest affiliate marketing revenue of $30,000 also happened after I organized a live event. I was just simply a full-time employee, and you can click here if you want to find out more about how I did it. Right? Many of my clients also generated 5 to 6 figures from just one weekend. Right? People getting, right, multiple sales, multiple clients, right? Some people generating 5 figures over one weekend because of live events. So that's another way to do it, either through assets, right, which takes a bit longer but more scalable because you can reach out to more people, or just live events. So the question is, should I charge or have people to pay? So there's no hard and fast rule, right, whether you should charge or pay, but two things that work very well for me and my clients, right? So I usually give, when I'm starting out, I actually provide workshops, events, right, or even my assets for free. And then, right, once I get some results from my clients, my customers, then I charge a little bit more, right, as well. The other way to do it, right, is I charge for live workshops and events where I give feedback, direct strategies, playbooks. I give a lot of stuff all in for free, as in for my live events with a very small fee to get the right people in, and then I offer my assets for free to attract more people and increase my followers, right? And so you can decide, right, again, you can have a chat with us if you need a bit of feedback, right? But whether it's live events or the assets, we simply, right, will use that opportunity to invite them for the third step, which is confirmation. And the confirmation is typically done by one-to-one call. If you're starting out, right, I love one-to-one calls because I get to understand the people I'm working with. I get to have a lot more awareness, a lot more intelligence, right? And, right, they're more likely to sign up with me, right, through a one-to-one call as well. And I always tell my clients, right, the more one-to-one calls you have, the more money you will make, right? You can make money through other means as well, but one-to-one calls are one of the fastest ways to make the most amount of cash flow, right, in the least amount of time. And so before you feel that one-to-one sales calls have to be stressful and awkward, I've crafted a process for having high converting calls without using the high pressure techniques that most other gurus use. So this is what I call the sell without selling process, right? So building rapport, right? Ask, hey, what's your biggest challenges right now? right? What's your biggest goals? Just for me to understand you, and then you diagnose what really is their biggest challenge, right? Their biggest struggle, and what they really need to work on the most, and provide direct feedback to give them value. And then you ask permission to present an offer. So again, right, I'll probably do a separate video on this, right? Training, but this is what I call the sell without selling process, right? And this exact process, which I give the scripts, the strategies, the playbooks, have helped people who started with zero sales experience to achieve multiple 4 to 5 figures, right? Starting from zero. Right, so for example, right, one of my clients, Jerica, right, is a medical student who has her own consulting company, right? I think generated close to 5, if not 5 figures, right, already for consulting business as a medical student, right, who's not even based in Singapore, right, in just a few months as well. Alright, again, I said I also love one-to-one calls because they allow me to understand my clients better. So the only thing is, since you have limited time energy, it's important to only conduct one-to-one calls because for people we deem as qualified, that means those who are likely to sign up, right, with us. So we do this by having people complete a quick form to make sure the best people to serve them, right? And so you can copy and swipe all our questions directly in the link over here as well. So having such questions means that when people come in a one-to-one call, you already, right, have a high probability of converting your clients, right? And if you want a deeper training of sales, right, you can click here for a detailed training about my 10 most practical lessons after generating more than $500,000 in sales for my business. Okay, so step number 3, right? So now we move on to step number 3, which is to design, right, your 6-figure workday for recurring cash flow. And I love this quote, right, which is you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, right? And we talk about designing your 6-figure personal process, your 6-figure system for recurring cash flow. So many of our work hustlers say that they want to make a lot of money, right, and sustainably, but continue to take action that requires a lot of time and effort, right? And so I've got to learn to look at people from the actions, right, not based on what they say, because whatever they say, sometimes they're not actually not practicing it. And so these people, right, they continue to say that they need more time to build systems or processes to build their business, and they seem to have unconsciously taken being busy and overworked as a fact of life, but that's why the vicious cycle repeats itself, and I don't want any of that to happen to you. In this section, so I'll personally review the exact process I've developed to create predictably clarity and certainty in my business, and this is precisely how I can grow my income while traveling around the world, enjoy my life, and create a massive impact on my clients and community, all with these 5 activities below. So activity number 1 is posting, right? So here I simply post content that attracts leads, buyers, and clients, right? And while there are hundreds of ways, right, the easiest thing I still do is to model after already successful posts. So for the past 4 years, I would constantly save posts, right, add videos that I liked into a folder, which I feel I could work, right? And if I need to write content, right, I'll just look through the successful posts and get one for inspiration, and I'll just model after the style, the structure, right, and a little bit of the idea as well. And so I realized that I did not have to be an expert creator to attract buyers, customers. And so for example, right, when I was starting out and very new then, right, I had hundreds of views and comments and even like leads, right, just by modeling after successful posts. In this case, it was Nas Daily, right, who did an event, and I just wrote all the notes and just asked people, hey, who wants the notes, right, which I learned from other amazing people as well. And I got more than 100 comments in one post, right, and a lot of customers, right, clients that bought from me because of this one post, right, alone. I also use content, of course, to market my assets and live events, right, which led to more sales and clients, right. So assets, live events, as we covered in building the machine earlier. The second activity is repurpose, right? So don't waste the content you've created, right? All I do is copy and paste, right? Whatever I've created, right, into other platforms, right? And so for example, for me, because email is my most important platform, I start by creating for email first, then I copy paste the emails to socials, right? And I take smaller chunks of my posts and publish them onto platforms like IG stories, right? And so I just expand my reach purpose just by using my main content and then just repurposing to multiple platforms as well. Number C, right, which is I actually promote myself, right, in a very non-salesy way. By every now and then, I just invite people to follow me on social media or subscribe to my newsletter. So most people don't increase their income not because they don't have a great offer, because they don't have enough people knowing about it. So remember, the more people you have following or subscribing to you, the more people you can sell to. So I promote people to follow me, to subscribe to me, right, as well. And so the one way to do it is first to optimize the profile, right? And you have some examples. So you need a photo, explanation of what you are, what you do, some things to increase your credibility, right? And about sharing your values will be useful as well. So you can check it out all over here. So for example, my photo over here is to show my value that I treasure family, right? Treasure my loved ones, right? And treasure my clients as well, right? Rather than just making lots of money, which a lot of people tend to promote. And so remember, the meaning of your profile is to attract as many people to follow or add you as a connection, which means more followers. And so the question is, how do you attract more people to view you, right, and give you eyeballs then? And so one of the most easiest and most effective ways is what I call the other people's platform strategy, which takes 3 simple steps, right? Number 1, join and find and join platforms that already contain your target audience, right? Number 2, post and engage, sharing valuable content, right? And engaging members through leaving valuable content as well, right? And number 3, adding and connecting people you've already interacted or engaged with. So let me give a few examples. So example 1, right? 2020, I paid $30,000 to join X Factor Mastermind, right? A group consisting of many coaches, consultants, service providers, right? So I paid $30,000 to join a mastermind, right? And what I did, I would post my transformation in the group, right? For people who might not, right, have the money to pay for the $30,000 mastermind, but hey, right, by sharing my transformation post, right, which I shared about earlier in ATP, right, transformation post, I shared about it in the free community, right, and encouraging people to join the workshops. And for people who like my posts, right, I added them as friends, and many of them decided to buy me, right, weeks, months, or even years down the road, right? But I got a lot of followers from there. Example number 2, right, is I was part of a Malaysian entrepreneurs Facebook group, right, and in 2022 I wrote a post about New Year resolutions, right, got quite a lot of engagements, right, more than 100 comments, 100 likes, 7 comments, 38 shares, right, and a lot of them who liked it, I added them as friends, and a lot of them bought from me, right, after doing so as well. Example number 3, right, so I actually worked with one legendary entrepreneur in Singapore called Stuart Tan. He's NLP coach for more than 30 years and more than 500,000 people he has worked with personally, right? 500,000 people he has spoken with, right? And hey, I wrote a post, right? Tagged him, right? Share some of my stories, right? And lots of people like my posts. I could add all of them, right? To increase my followers and my engagements as well. Okay, and so next thing is we do want to increase our number of subscribers. So there's a difference between followers and subscribers, right? Followers, right, are people, right, that follow your social media, right? Subscribers are people who subscribe to your newsletter, right, your Telegram, your message list, your WhatsApp list, right, and give you a greater permission to contact them. So you promote your so for me it's newsletter, right? You can use Telegram also. I promote my newsletter in 2 ways, right? Number 1, I offer an asset they can download and use in return for the contact details, and you can click on the image below for access, right? Again, if you want to. So this is what I paid more than people, right? Other people paid more than $10,000 for, right? For attending Business Mastery by Tony Robbins, right? And what I did is I gave away my takeaways and my notes for free, right? For people. Number 2, right, is I just have a newsletter landing page. You can check it out. You can click here again if you want to, and just share with them the kind of benefits you can expect by joining my newsletter, right? So you can do these 2 ways to and I promote it every day, right, or every now and then, right, to remind people, hey, sign up for newsletter if you haven't got it yet, right? I'll share with you a lot more great stuff over there. Okay, and so however, you don't need a landing page or website to get started, right? When I first started, all I did was create a Google form to collect emails, and there's no need to build fancy websites when you're starting out. So by doing this consistently, I'm confident that my number of customers and clients will continue to grow instead of having to chase people all the time to buy from me. So the next thing, the 4th thing I do every day, right, is conversations, right? And this is what I call the rocket booster for my lifestyle business. So the more conversations you have, the more customers and clients you will have. So unless you have a massive following and a already established brand, the most effective way to grow a lifestyle business, sales and profits, is to have personal conversations. And anytime I needed a boost of sales and clients, I just needed more conversations, right? And it's just as simple as that. The more convos you have, the more sales you get, right? And the most important tip here is to act like a human instead of a salesperson, right? Understand their problems, their struggles, situations, right? Catch up people how they are, find out if there's anything to support them, right? And offer them if they are interested. So the more you treat people as human beings instead of just another number, the more likely, right, you'll get them to buy from you. And the last one is delivery, right, for my business. And this is my most important and favorite step because you actually want to deliver on what you promise. So unless you're doing affiliate marketing, right, you actually want to do well, right, with whoever paid you. So there are different things you can do to ensure you're constantly delivering, right, whether it's creating exclusive content for your customers, right, prepping playbooks, templates, right, catching up with clients, customers, building up current system processes, conducting personal calls, asking for renewals or upgrades, inviting clients to leave the program that are not qualified so that you save time and effort, reminding clients to take action, or replying to customers' questions or providing feedback to their work, right? So again, right, there will be deeper trainings on this down the road, but if you don't wish to do all of the above, you can simply hire, systemize, or delegate some of the work to others as well. So at the end of the day, the more you move towards doing what you are best at and enjoy, the more money, freedom, and fulfillment you have. So this is what I call my 6-figure system, and you can create one of your own as well. And another bonus training, you can click here for my entire training of my 100K productivity system, right? You get it all access of this completely for free just by checking this out. Okay, so very quick important reminder. So in 2018, after wasting years of learning and attending seminars but not achieving the results I want, right, I embarked on a quest to ask a simple question. Why can people attend the same exact course, read the same exact book, and participate in the same exact program, but achieve drastically different results. And so after more than 5 years of research, 40 plus interviews with some Asia top speakers and leaders, more than 250 unique coaching calls and 300 group training sessions, right, after counting it out, there's 2 quotes that answered the question above for me. And so here's the first question, right, which is, if information was the answer, we'll all be billionaires with perfect. And this simply means that the biggest reason people fail, even though they might know what to do, is they just don't take action, right? And this is why I started my company, right? 2018, right, to empower others with the tools, strategies, and mindsets to apply what they've learned. If you want, you can understand more than why more than 3,000 people have agreed to adopt this attitude towards succeeding in both their professional and their personal lives. You can click here if you want to. And the second quote is this, right, which is success is 80% psychology and 20% skill. So ultimately, many people struggle to succeed because they usually have limiting beliefs, mindsets, or mental models that prevent them from doing so, the psychology. And this is also why I also engage my own head coach, right, to coach my clients on mindset beliefs, as she has not only built her own 6-figure business, but has also worked with Tony Robbins' team, right, for more than 4 years, right, crewing and supporting customers and clients from there as well. And so anyway, I know this because I've experienced myself. When I started my business, I had many fears, self-doubt, and that would cripple my level of progress. I'll constantly question whether I could succeed. But when I finally overcame and addressed these limiting beliefs and mindsets, and I worked on my psychology, right, then I got a lot more faster, bigger results. And so here's as a final bonus, here's a detailed share of how I overcame all my fears and self-doubt to build my 6-figure lifestyle business. And so at the end of the day, right, please remember this, right? Success has almost nothing to do with information, but everything to do with implementation. And as long as you have faith and keep taking action, you can't help but to eventually succeed. And you got this, right? And so summary and next steps, right? To build a $10,000 to $30,000 per month lifestyle business while having the freedom, fulfillment to do what you want, you just need to do the following. You craft a lifestyle offer, you build your automatic buyer's machine, right, with your magnetic content system, and you design your 6-figure workday. And now here's the thing. You can do everything I shared, right? But it will be challenging, right? It's possible, but you can achieve it, right? Because it took me more than 4 years and $150,000 worth of coaching, mentorships to figure out everything out and refine everything I've learned. And alternatively, you can take the easier path and personally work with me, right? And if you work with me, we'll do everything right in our power together so you can get results faster and quicker if you try it doing it alone. And so if you think about it, right, if let's say you're trying to travel, right, to your dream holiday destination, would you rather take the plane to get there, or would you like to walk your way? So for example, if let's say I love Thailand, right, from Singapore, it takes about 300, right, if I'm not wrong, it took about 300 hours to walk my way to Bangkok, right? It's free, but imagine the amount of time, effort, mistakes I have to make in order to walk there. Alternatively, I can just, instead of 300 hours, I can take 2 hours plane ride, pay a couple of bucks for the plane, and I get there way faster, right? I might pay some money, right, but I do it way faster and way easier than if I had to walk my way there. And so most people understand this concept, right, when it comes to their holidays, right, but not for their dream life and income. And so if you'd like me to personally help you to book with everything below, if you don't get results, you don't pay, right, you can book a one-to-one complimentary coaching call with either me or my team, right, in the link, right, you can click over here. And there's no obligation sign up. We don't believe in hard sales, right? We want to give, whether you work with us or not, we want you to walk away with greater clarity and direction than ever before together, right, with our session, right, as well. And so alternatively, I have included details below for a reference, right? I will probably put in the link to the video, right, of this entire document, right, if you want to find out more about the program, right? But if not, I hope you guys enjoyed this entire training. Let us know in the comments. You can download the guide, right, if you haven't done so below. And with that, we will see you very soon.